bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hassan. This is Comcast Newsmakers. Our topic today is Birmingham Cityscapes. Here to discuss it with us is its curator, John Sauve. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Laurel. Thank you very much.
What exactly is Birmingham Cityscapes?
Well, Cityscapes is actually comprised of 10 large-scale sculptures that were put into downtown Birmingham's landscape over the last 2 years. And it's a privately funded project, result of myself and the Hill Gallery, which is located in Birmingham, Michigan, bringing in 10 artists from around the world to put on display in downtown Birmingham.
Well, who thought this was something that needed to be done, that was important, and then privately funded? Where exactly did the money come from?
Well, let me back up. I started doing outdoor displays a number of years ago. I actually worked for the Michigan Commission on Art in Public Places about 20 years ago. So I had a vast background in this field. And as a result of putting together shows in Brighton and Mount Clemens, the city of Birmingham approached me to be on their public art board and set something up for them. As far as the fundraising, I've done it all through fundraisers at mostly at downtown locations like the Big Rock in downtown Birmingham, and we paid off their last Cityscapes exhibit, which was heavily funded by the government. And we started fresh with this one and had to go out and find new resources.
These used to be, these artistic projects, things that were funded publicly. There were public dollars available, but certainly in light of the times, those dollars have dried up. And in order to keep art out there and expose the community, we need folks like you.
Apparently you do, yeah. And someone dumb enough to come in and say, I'll be on that board, okay. So, and that's exactly what happened. They asked me to be on the board because I was creative in my approach on how to fund this. And I seek out people that realize this is a good way to give back to their community. So really I provide opportunities for others to come in and give back through public art.
This art is it's unavoidable if you're in downtown Birmingham. It's pretty distinctive. What can folks expect, and how will they recognize this artscape?
Well, on either entrance to the city of Birmingham, whether you're coming in off of Maple or coming in off of Woodward, you'll see two very large-scale sculptures. Both of those pieces actually happen to be by the same artist, Mark DeSuvero, who is world-renowned. We're very lucky to have him in the show. And everything from Mark to Dennis Oppenheim to Ken Thompson to a number of other individuals from really around the world that were brought in as a result of working with the Hill Gallery and them making introductions for me to these artists and inviting them to the show.
Is this artwork here to stay, or could it be purchased in order to make more money for the next art show somewhere else, or how does that all work?
It's funny. When you provide these opportunities, yes, the artwork is for sale, and we're hoping that people will come forward and say, you know, I really like that piece and I want to make a contribution to my community, purchase the piece and keep it there permanently. So that is the goal, is that, again, providing opportunities for individuals to make a difference in their community through public art.
How important is it to keep art out there? Because I certainly think a lot of folks have the idea that we need to focus on the necessities right now. Let's spend our money on schools and roads, and you know, the artwork on the streets can wait for a more better economic time.
Well, and again, because this is privately funded, we're offering opportunities for people that see that this is an important factor in any community. It shows a community is vibrant, alive, and it shows that you care when you're taking the time to do good design and bring in the arts and bring in things for people to communicate for. It makes it a destination. It does have a direct economic impact on the community, and I can show that over and over again where the communities that have public art bring people into town that would normally not come in.
And I would imagine it inspires perhaps young people who, you know, unfortunately may not have art classes anymore taking place in their public school system to say, hey, you know, this might be something I can do or I want to look into.
Well, actually, that is a very good point, because it's not just about putting this public art up. I work with local community groups, whether it's the Boys and Girls Clubs, the school systems, the libraries, to do that education, to bring the artwork to the masses and make sure that all the different members of the community have that option.
All kinds of great benefits. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was John Sauve, the curator of the Birmingham Cityscapes.